link bases in the first year itself, though you are doing quite a less work in the first year to start with, because you are not aware about all these files, and if it would have been implemented in full force in the first year, the things would have been even more difficult for you. So it is quite easy to prepare an instance document as compared to if we have to prepare all the 5 files. So let's move to the next link base, that is the calculation link base. It improves the quality of XBRL reports. It defines the basic calculation of validation rules. It restricts to +1 and -1 only. Say in case of sundry debtors, we all know it is sundry debtors are equal to receivable less provisions. So it is just expressing it. So if we are moving to the next slide, you will find a Excel sheet wherein we are having net block, thereafter we are having gross block, then accumulated depreciation. It is also associated a tag weight to it, right? That is 1 and -1. Say for example, in case of gross block, we are having a value of say 1 crore, and then we have got a tag that is accumulated depreciation, amortization, impairment, wherein we are having say 10 lakh, and then we have got 2 childs, say accumulated depreciation, amortization, and accumulated impairment. Say there are 2 figures of 5 lakh each in these 2 elements. So these 5 lakh will be added up and will go to accumulated depreciation, amortization, impairment, and the total value will be 10 lakh, and out of this 10 lakh will be reduced from the gross value, and the net value will go in net block, that will be 90 lakh. So that is all about the calculation file. In the next slide you can see that this file represents all the items are being associated with one of the tag, that is +1 or -1. Now finally you will be having an instance document. In the first year you have to prepare 2 instance documents, one for the balance sheet and other one for the profit and loss account. It will have all the values, facts and figures, giving the name of each of the element, then what is which year it represents, what is the rounding of value, and it will be containing the facts and figures, and it got to be associated with any one of the taxonomy. In the first year you don't have to bother, there is just one taxonomy, CNI only. So this is all about the instance document. In the next slide you can see that this is how the instance document will look like. I will show you the detailed demo, and then you will be able to view the instance document in detail also. So with this we come to the end of the presentation. Now I will run a software tool for you which will make you very comfortable to understand how you have to do the tagging, what this instance document is all about. So let's move on and run the software now. Now when you run the software, in the first instance, this is the screen you will be having on your desktop, and thereafter you are having say masters, financial tagging, notes tagging, all sort of masters are available. This company master, you can add the company or you can modify the company. So here, okay, we have created, then there is a option of filling the SIN number, and there is a pre-fill option. Using the pre-fill option you can fill the entire data, or otherwise also you can punch it. After the company master there is director master, provide the DIN number of the director, and thereafter using the pre-fill option you can fill that also. Then there is auditor master and other masters are also available. Cutting it short, now let's move to the financial tagging part. Now in the financial tagging there are 2 different type of approaches. So first we have to select any of the files. Say I have selected this file. Now when I select any of the worksheet, it will import all the worksheets one by one, and the entire worksheet will be available on the left hand side of the screen, and on the right hand side of the screen there will be taxonomy which will be populated. There are 2 different type of approaches which can be used for tagging or creating the instance document. One can be a tool wherein you can tag, and other approach can be there are few Excel sheets also available wherein you will be able to punch the data, and thereafter you will be able to generate it.
But then in those Excel sheets, you have to punch in all the items. You have to go through all the items and then punch it.
Yeah, in that case you have to punch in all the facts and figures, and then if you are using Excel, copy paste facility is available. But because of standardization, sometimes they do the production also, and
in this case you have to import the balance sheet and
correct,
profit and loss account.
correct. Now
all the financial data you have to import.
Yeah, now I will show you when this Excel file is imported in the software. On the left hand side the Excel sheet will be populated, and on the right hand side the sheet will be populated. Then this screen will appear that okay, which is the in your Excel sheet where the labels are being defined. You have to provide that okay, I am having labels in column number 1, and then what is the difference of columns between the two, current year and previous year, and what is the level of rounding up, whether these figures are on actual basis, in millions, billions, or lakhs, or in crores. So I save it, and thereafter taxonomy will appear before me. I can just click on these plus buttons and expand it, or otherwise use a shortcut key to expand all, and then say I can click on these plus buttons and the taxonomy is getting expanded like this. Thereafter I can use this expand all option, and the entire profit and loss balance sheet will be expanded like that. After that I go on and selecting the sheet. Thereafter I can.
What about notes to accounts, directors report?
I will just show.
Okay.
So I can I have just changed. Now select the tag in the Excel sheet, and thereafter select the tag, appropriate tag in the taxonomy. Say according to my professional knowledge, so share capital should go in paid up share capital. I have double clicked it, and you can see that figures of current year and previous year have populated. Then preferred label is also there, right? And the color of the cells in the Excel is turning to yellow, meaning thereby that okay, these tags have already been. If in case I'm not able to view any of the tag, I can start typing and it will show me all the tags. Okay, secured loan under loan funds is available. I said okay, this is the appropriate tag, and I select this, and it will drag me to the appropriate tag in the taxonomy. So like this, and then I can double click and the figure will be populated. Similarly, I can tag deferred tax liability also like this. Now the liability side has already been tagged. Now let's start with the asset side. Gross block, then accumulated depreciation, thereafter investments, and then let's move to the current assets, inventories, sundry debtors, and cash and bank balance. Now you can see that there is a figure of current asset available in the taxonomy, but I was not having this figure in my balance sheet because there is some fault while preparing the balance sheet. So we should try and make our balance sheet as per the present taxonomy. So current liabilities, provisions, and thereafter. Now you can see that the balance sheet is tallied for the current year, but there is a difference in balance sheet for the previous year because one of the tag is left. So I tag it, and the balance sheet is tallied for both the years, right? So I'm through with this. Now what I can do is, using right click option, I can remove the linkage. When I'm removing the linkage, you can see that the color has changed back. Then again I can tag it. At any given point of time, I can go to the link cell option. It has changed the color of that particular cell to gray. Again it has turned it back. Now if I want to control F option, it will drag me to the particular cell in the taxonomy also. Now let's try and prepare the schedules now. Add schedule, say A, reserve and surplus is B. Let's do some limited schedules here. C for D for net deferred tax liability, and C for secured loans. Now I say go to the schedule, or using F7 I can go to the schedule. Now let's go to the next sheet in our software. I can rearrange all the column widths. Okay, I have tagged the equity paid up share capital here. Now you can see there is another element naming share application money. Many a times we group it in share capital, but it is in the main part of the balance sheet. So I have to tag it here only, because mind it, in the first year you won't be able to provide your presentation file. But what is the repercussion? There is a difference in balance sheet. Now I have to modify using F2 option. I can modify these particular cells now. Say current year this and previous year this figure. I press enter, and now you can observe that the color of this paid up share capital has changed to green, meaning thereby that the value provided in the balance sheet and the schedule are same, and you don't have to do any further working on this particular schedule. Let's move to reserve and surplus schedules now. Now here you can see in the reserve and surplus schedule we are having share premium, opening balance and add amount received during the year. But mind it, there is no tag such as share premium available in the taxonomy. It is security premium, right? So if I am searching for share premium, it won't be available. It is security premium, and no opening balance is available. It is beginning balance. So that is the reason we need to know the taxonomy in advance. It will make our job that much more easier. So now add, okay, add securities. Similarly I will do for profit and loss account also. Okay, opening balance will go to profit and loss account, beginning balance, okay, and then additions. Okay, now similarly in case of secured loans, we have got car loan. Let's go to the schedule of secured loans. Using F7 key I can go directly to the schedule, and now I tag car loan. Now car loan is also not available. It is vehicle loan. Vehicle loan is available. So I am typing and I'm finding it, and now this schedule is also completed for me. Now similarly if I want to go in for deferred tax liability, just go to the schedule, pressing F7 I will go to the respective schedule, and I start typing, say, deferred tax liability depreciation. I just type depreciation and I will find the appropriate tag, and I will select the tag. Okay, and now deferred tax liability others is already visible, so I can go on tagging it, and now you can see that this is also tallied. Now all the schedules of the liability sides are tallied, so you can see it has not taken us much of time. Now meanwhile I have opened the validation tool for you, MCA validation tool. Still only the beta version is available, so let's open it and minimize it so that it won't take much of the time. Now once we are through with this, let's tag one more schedule for you, that is cash and bank balance schedule. Okay, I give it the name, say H, and thereafter using F7 I will go to the schedule. Cash in hand will go in cash in hand, and bank balances, that is with the scheduled banks only. Okay, we have got all sort of tags available here. This is also tagged now. Now you can see the color has changed to green, that this is a OK schedule. Now similarly let's go in for sundry debtor schedule also. Now in this schedule there is a catch, I will show you. Let's minimize the validation tool at the moment. Okay, now before I tag that schedule, let me generate the instance document for you once. I click all the dates, select the balance sheet, okay, and I say create the instance document. When I select this, it will show me a list of errors. showing that okay, these are the tags which are mandatorily required to be tagged, which are not tagged at the moment, and it will finally give a error. And in the second stage, it is providing me the list of tags which are mandatory in nature, but if the value is not available, you can put a 0 against that. Okay, now let's save a document on the desktop, the name of say Vijay. Okay, and I save this, I replace it, and now the instance document will look like this to you. In say 10 minutes time, I think these are the figures which we have tagged, and they are quite a lot. Let's close this and try to validate it. Now I open the document, say it was created on desktop, name of Vijay. I select this and select a main, and I go to the validate option. Now you can see that there are about 37 errors being listed here, right? And it is giving what sort of error that it is giving, that inventory is present, but the child elements, that is raw material and inventories, are not available, right? So let's minimize the, and let's try and tag few more items now. Let's go to the sundry debtors now. I go to the schedule, and 2 tags are available, say exceeding 6 months and less than 6 months. Okay, close this, exported it. Okay, less than 6 months and more than 6 months. Now I tag both the values, but the color is still red because of the fact there is a difference of ₹1, because of the fact there is a rounding off problem in my Excel sheet which I have imported. So I have to manually modify it using F2. I have to say modify this 3, I have, and then I press enter, and now you can view that the color has changed, and now this schedule is complete for me. Now investments, because I am not having the details, but I have to, so in investments also I create a new schedule, say F, and thereafter I go to the investment schedule now. In the investment schedules, but I am not having what type of investment it is. So to complete the schedule, I will tag it with government securities, and now this is tagged. Now we have tagged 2 schedules, and let's go back to the generate option and try and generate the instance document once again. Yeah, it is. Now you can see few of the mandatory elements have been reduced. Say again, I will replace it with the same document name, say Vijay. Okay, I replace the same, and again I open the file validation utility, the validation tool, and select the same file from the desktop. This, and I select the main here, and I validate it now. Now you can observe that those errors have reduced from 37 to 34. Similarly, when you go on tagging the entire balance sheet with all schedules, so it will be a valid document. And then this, similarly you can go on tagging the income statements also. There will be some problems while tagging the income statement because of the fact that as far as the balance sheet is concerned, we are all following schedule 6, and all the schedules are in a standard manner. But as far as the profit and loss account goes, the schedules are not that standardized. So it will be very, very difficult to match your actual balance sheet with the income statement. So if our balance sheets are not ready, try and prepare it as per the taxonomy. That is very, very important. Let's again, now we have using the expand all option, we have expanded it. Now say let's tag it quickly. Sales will go in operating revenue, say miscellaneous income will go in other income. We have got just 2 tags in the income statement. Now purchases will go in, say purchase is not available, so I am tagging it in manufacturing and service expenses. Now increase and decrease will be going in consumption of material, and employee related will go in employee related, and similarly administrative and selling expenses and depreciation, amortization. And now you can see the figure of the profit is arrived that easily, and it has not taken us even a minute. Now similarly we can go on tagging the provisions figure also, and this is also complete. So with this ease we will be able to tag the income statement only, but mind it should be in a standard format. So if we have any doubts, so there is an option of viewing the property window, which will provide you the standard label, element name, then whether the item is debit or credit, is it a monetary type or durational type, and then it will provide the definition also. So it will make it very clear for us whether this tag is suitable for us. Now let's go to the notes tagging also. Now all the notes to accounts, director's report, auditor report will be tagged in this section. We select the Word file now. Left hand side we are being able to view the Word file, and on the right hand side all the elements of taxonomy are available. Now let's go on tagging the notes one by one. Now say significant accounting policies. Okay, I select this tag and I go to the, and I expand few tags here, accounting policies, and expand it again, and then yes, this is significant accounting policies available, and that is a non-numeric type or a text block type. I double click, and as you can see that significant accounting policies with the exact format is appearing. So this is going in the HTML mode. So there are 2 different type of data types available in the notes tagging. One is the block text tagging and other is the string item type. So now I'm doing one for string item type also. Here you can see that the format is not going, but that is bold, italics, or the different format which you are using in your annual report will not go in string item type, right? Say I do it once again for one more tag. Let's say for example I do it in a block text tagging now. Okay, now you can see that the entire format is available to us here. Now I have already told you there are 2 different type of data types available here. One is the text block tagging and other one is the string item type. In string item type the format will not go, and if there is any tabular explanation which have to be provided, it has to be done in the text block tagging only. Say auditor report, we will select the entire auditor report now. Okay, we selected this now, and then let's search for the auditors tag. Okay, auditor report is here, and then we do it in the text block tagging, and the entire auditor report is available. You don't have to go in for all the details tag here, but you have to tell that okay, whether there is a qualification, whether it is true or false. If it is false, then there is no issue, but if it is true, then you have to provide the details about the qualifications also. Similarly, you can go in for the director's report also. Say okay, we have selected the director's report also, and go to the director's report section and do it in the text block tag, and the entire director's report is available. Even all the tables are available there. We close this section. Let's move to the generate files once again. That what is the impact Now we have, after the financial part, we have tagged few notes also. So how does this look like? Okay, these are the errors still available there. Okay, I select the desktop now and I select the same file again. Okay, let's verify. Okay, I don't have to validate, I have to generate it once again, sorry. Okay, now again we create the instance document and ignoring the errors we generate it once again. Okay, let's generate it, and now same file. This is the entire file available now. Now you can view that all the monetary items are there. Apart from that, the data in HTML format has also been populated in your instance document, and your stakeholders will be able to view it like that in the format in which you have provided in your file. Now this part is also over. After that, the most important section is fixed asset tagging. In this, we have tried to make it in the similar pattern in which you prepare your fixed asset schedule. So we minimize and open the balance sheet, because in case of fixed asset, there are around about 10 to 12 items in a single line, and say if you are having say 10 to 12 different line items, so what will happen is that you will have to do around about 100 to 120 tags. So after opening this, okay, just select the entire portion, copy it from here, open the software and paste it here. Okay, so now using this button, all the elements available in the taxonomy will be available. Go on selecting it one by one, say motor vehicle, and then air conditioner will have to be tagged in plant and machinery, because there is no element such as air conditioner available. So if the exact tag is not available, you have to select the next best. Many a times it is also seen that we are having say vehicle commercial and non-commercial, because both are attracted to different depreciation rates. So we are having different line items in our fixed asset schedule. But as far as the taxonomy is concerned, there is just one element available. So kindly club it and then use it in the Excel file. So this is all complete. Just click on the save button and fixed asset will tag like that. Apart from that, there is a option of entering the tuples also. It is nothing but all those schedules where there will be multiple entries available. Say related party, there can be more than one related party, or there can be 100, 200 related party. So the option available to you here is either you can punch the data directly in this schedule, or otherwise the second option available is you can export it in Excel. Say for example, we export it in Excel. What will happen is the same format will be available. You can either send this to your client, or if you are having your data in Excel, you can go on pasting it in this Excel file. Say this is the final file for me. So for example, this is the final. I added one this, and then I can just copy it from here, and coming back to the software, I can paste it back in the software. So it will be very, very easy for you. Then there are a whole lot of options available, that is reset setting, live update, viewer. Then there is a video available how to use the software, and then there is a facility of using the help file also if you are stuck up somewhere. So it will give you a fair idea how to operate the software. So with this,
Vijay, I just want to ask, can we also view this document from the software? I think there must be some option.
Yeah, there is an option of getting the printout, and before, when you generate any of the instance document, it is not that you just a valid file is generated, because the validation tool ensures only the fact that the structure is okay, but it does not ensure you that you have tagged the value in the right element. Say for example, if you are having a value of say 1 crore in sundry debtor less than 6 months, and you are tagging it in some other element in the sundry in the current assets only, so what will happen? The balance sheet will tally, instance document will be valid, but it will be a wrong tagging. So before we attach the document to the 23 AC or ACA form, kindly ensure or take out the printout first, and thereafter, after taking the printout, do the proofreading, ensuring that you have done the right tagging or your staff has done the right tagging, then only you attach the instance document with the form.
So entire process Vijay goes like this, that we have to simply import the financial statements,
Correct.
like balance sheet, profit and loss account, and map it simply. You have to do this mapping function,
Correct.
and then the notes have to be mapped the way you have told.
Very
And the tuples are for multiple entry, because that is the Excel is the simplest format.
Yeah.
And then after doing the tuples, we can generate the file and validate the file.
Exactly.
This is to be done, and then we can view we can take a printout from the software itself and match it with our original annual accounts.
Right.
This is the final process which we have to follow.
Right. Now the professional should understand that they don't have to perform something technically very solid or mature. What they have to do is they have to use their professional expertise, ensuring that they are tagging the right item with the right element. That is the only thing.